Hey, hey apple pie lovers, Seth here from Seth Apple Pie, and today in this video I am located in the kitchen because my dad in this video is going to be making some eggnog, or he's going to show you how to make some eggnog. So thanks my dad for helping out here. Okay, so let's get right into this video. Hi.
Okay, now this is the ingredients that you would need to make some eggnog. First, of course, you're going to need eggs, because it wouldn't be eggnog without eggs. 8 of them will do just fine. 8 eggs will be enough to fill that size pitcher. It's pretty frothy. You're going to need 8 eggs separated with yolks and whites. You're going to need 2 cups of whatever milk you got. It don't even matter. Honestly, vitamin D, thick whole milk is good and make it creamier, but we buy 2%, so that's what you're going to use. Here. You need 2 cups of heavy whipping cream. You can buy the 16-ounce container like this one here. It's plenty for what you need for this particular batch. You need 1 1/4 cups of white sugar. You need just a splash of vanilla. You can pour in whatever you want to taste. I don't even measure it. And you'll need to sprinkle some nutmeg on at the end. The tools that you need to make this eggnog are helpful. Would be a whisk, an egg white separator, but if you don't have an egg white separator like I do, I'll show you a little trick that you can use the egg shells to separate whites. And a spatula is helpful as well. You'll need at least a big bowl like this. If you don't have a big bowl, the biggest bowl that you can get. I happen to have 3 sizes of stainless steel bowls. It works good for me, but if you have at least 2 would be a good idea. All right, and now we're gonna make some eggnog.
Yay!
Let's begin. Stop.
Our light keeps on going out. It went out again.
Stop. All right, so now I'm going to show you how to separate egg yolks from egg whites. First, I'm going to use the traditional method, hopefully, if this egg doesn't crack all the weird pieces like the last one did. You want to crack a little bit on the sides, if you can. Not too crazy. And you want to try to get it to split in half in the middle, like so. You have to be very careful not to break the egg yolk, because if the yolk gets in the whites, they won't whip up and make fluffy peaks. Basically, you just kind of dump the yolk sort of back and forth from shell to shell very carefully, and as you do, the white kind of falls out into wherever bowl you're using. Once you got most of the whites into the bowl, you can go ahead and just set your yolk in the big bowl. You want to put your yolks in the biggest bowl you have, because that's where you're going to ultimately make your nog. So yolks in the big bowl, whites in a small little bowl. All right, now I'm going to use my separating tool here to do the rest of them, because it's just easier to me. So you crack the egg, bring the camera over. I'm gonna drop the egg into the separator. Try not to break the yolk. If you break a yolk, you pretty much have to throw the whites away, because they're not gonna whip, I guarantee it. So the separator, you just kind of pick it up and then bloop, out comes all the whites, and then you throw the yolk in the other pile. Okay, now we have all the egg whites separated in one bowl. And we have the egg yolk separated in another bowl. So we're going to add our sugar to the eggs yolks, 1 1/4 cups. And you'll be like,
Sugar.
And then add a little vanilla.
Vanilla.
Of course, the thing is frozen shut. And get over top. We just put a little splash in. Screw it. Call it good. All right, I'm gonna take my whisk.
It looks like brown sugar a little bit.
Whip it up, whip it up, whip it up, whip it up, whip it up. Mix it up good, mix it up good. Okay. Now it's a little light and fluffy.
Went out
I'm gonna
again.
clean my whisk and I'm gonna set this in the fridge. Okay, one little correction. That 1/4 cup of sugar, I should not have put that in the egg yolks. I should have put it in the egg whites after they've whipped a bit, because you don't get peaks without a little bit of sugar in your whites. So we're gonna add another 1/4 cup of sugar, and it'll be a little extra sugar, but they're jumbo eggs, so it'll be just fine. So now comes the part where you get a really, really sore shoulder. If you have one of them kitchen-made ones, awesome, but I don't, so at least not available. So now you take your whisk and you start whipping, and you whip, and you whip. After a long while, it'll start to get bubbly like this. So this is about the time you're going to sprinkle in your 1/4 cup of sugar.
And then you gotta do more and more and more wisping.
Yes. So now we wisp until peaks form. Starts to get a little shiny and foamy. You're getting close.
Wait, is there more in there than there originally was?
More air. You're whipping air into it.
Oh.
Okay. So, not quite frothy peaks, but my arm hurts. This has to be good enough. So you see how thick it is? Almost like whipped cream.
Yeah.
So, that as egg whites whipped to fluffy peaks. Close enough. Okay, now that we have the egg whites whipped, we're going to bust out our egg yolk mixture, and we're going to now add the egg whites to the yolks. You add a little bit at a time. A little bit of whites into the yolks. And then you just kind of mix it in. It'll be thick at first, but then it'll loosen up. I use the whisk. You can use the spatula if you want. Whatever you prefer. I use the whisk because it keeps it light and fluffy. About 1/3 at a time is good. You want to keep the fluffiness.
1/3 out of 3/3. Or maybe that's 6/3. 1 1/3. 1 2/3.
It's really thick right now because it's just like cake batter consistency. And we'll add the last.
Cake batter, yum. That was a little bit too extra at a time.
No, it was the last 1/3. It's fine.
Ooh, that's actually pretty good looking. Like, I want to eat that.
Okay. It's well blended nicely. Now I'm going to whip the cream and add it. Okay, now that we have the whites folded into the yolks, we're going to take our heavy cream, 2 cups in a bowl. I put this in the fridge because everything has to stay cold in order for it to be fluffy. I'm just going to take the whisk that I've cleaned between each session, and I'm going to whip it just a little bit. Not making it cream, but just enough to put some bubbles in it.
Smells weird. It smells like fart.
Whew. Everywhere.
me that smells like fart or like some
All
sort
right,
of
so it's got a
baby.
little bit of bubbles in it. So now I'm going to mix this cream in with the nog.
It smells like something babies ate. Or
Babies eat whipped cream. That's how they grow.
No, I mean like what's inside the milk.
The formula?
Yeah. I used to think formula was like this powdery stuff.
Okay, so then I'm going to grab the milk.
Milky.
2 cups worth. Good enough.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll add this in. This is what makes it more liquidy and soupy. Final parts. Now that that's all blended together nicely, I'm going to take a little bit of nutmeg, ground nutmeg. Lovely. We're just going to... And it is all brown. Mix it in.
Smells like cinnamon.
It smells like nutmeg.
Oh, now it's smelling like spices.
Now, we're going to grab this bad boy and try not to spill it.
Stick some in there and then I
I feel like I'm spilling it everywhere.
You are.
That's okay, I'll clean it up.
All over the place down there.
It's okay, look how perfect that is. Right up to the top.
Oh, look at the little mess was made.
That's okay. You make messes in the kitchen, right?
Right, as long as you have stuff to clean it up. Make sure you have a parent help you if you're a kid watching this.
And that, my friends, is how you make eggnog. Now, put this in the fridge, and it can get cold. Now, as it sits in the fridge, it's going to separate. And you're going to have foam on top, and you're going to have the liquid on the bottom. Now, I like the liquid on the bottom. Just pour it right in. Awesome. But my wife, Seth's mother, likes me to mix it in with a little spatula, just kind of mix it up a little bit, and then it's foamy and creamy when it goes into the cup. So it's whatever your preference is. And that is how you make eggnog.
Thank you guys all for watching. If you did enjoy, please leave a big fat thumbs up. Make sure to, if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. Leave a comment on what how-to in the kitchen I should do next. And yeah, I guess I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye. Peace out.